Welcome back to the Compressor Guru. Today is part 1 of 2. We are going to re-ring a QT10, and there's minimal work needs done on this unit. So we're actually going to do as much cheating as possible. This is not a complete rebuild. This machine only has about 100 hours on it. It didn't get the break-in oil changed in time, and it took the rings out. We're going to tear it apart and make sure there's no damage to the cylinder walls, and we're going to try to re-ring this compressor without pulling the pistons. You're going to go, what? Anyway, watch and learn. Actually, I hope you learn, because I'm trying this for the first time myself, doing it this way. Here we go. As always, we take whatever control lines off we have. We only have one. This compressor can be unloaded and run in a dual pilot mode, or run with a start-stop pressure switch. That's the only control line to come off of this machine. We've got to pull the intercooler. And these intercoolers come off very nicely on these QT models. On the QR models, on the older models, you always had to pull the flywheel to change the intercooler. This one, you're going to see just how easy it is. We're not going to move the camera, we're just going to fast forward a little bit. But the other side is just another nut like this, and then we're going to pull this cooler.
You're in a folder.
Oh, I got 2 brackets to loosen up here. Didn't realize that. That's how easy it came.
Yeah, show it to the other one.
Okay, so we're not going to tear the heads apart. We are going to look at the bottom side of the head when we take and get them loose. But there's two different heads on one cylinder. So we're going to pull the heads off separately, and we're going to look at the bottom side of the head and make sure we don't have a bunch of loaded up carbon. But this machine was blowing oil out the breather, so it wasn't going up into the valves. It was going, it was pressurizing the crankcase, and that was the issue. First, the high pressure head, and we didn't get it to come off with the wedge guard. Oh well. So I see no oil residue in the top part of the valve cover. Take the valve off. Maybe. There we go. And we have a very clean bottom part. So this is not an issue. We are going to not have to worry about doing anything to the valves except cleaning the gaskets and reassembling. And that goes only one way. Yes.
You're not going to mark it?
No, it only goes one way.
All right.
We will still replace that gasket, and there's no evidence of oil in this cylinder either. We will be cleaning the gaskets up off camera. We have 6 more bolts to go, and hopefully that's all the further we're going to have to tear down. Now 6 bolts on the cylinder to crankcase, and we're going to get a gear wrench, ratchet wrench.
Show me.
Last bolt. Okay, may need a hammer for this. Gonna need a hammer for this. This is cast iron, so we're not gonna be real hard.
Oh, it's moving.
Coming loose. There we go. And why don't you come around here, because I'm gonna lift this off.
On this side or on the other side?
I'll tell you what, let's do it right there.
Just a minute. Okay, I can't. May I go to the other side?
We're coming. This compressor has been setting a while. It's been sitting here for almost a year. And you can see how much oil is still clinging to that piston from the cylinder wall. And despite the fact we can't see any damage on those rings, these rings were letting a lot of blow-by down past these cylinders. And we have a lot of oil there. Now the oil there is a good thing. And you can see the wear on the bottom side of that ring, and only the bottom side of the ring. In the next episode, we're going to try an experiment. In part 2, we're going to try a new way to load these rings into the cylinder. Come on back, we'll see you in 2 weeks with the results. This is the Compressor Guru. Hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notify bell so you catch part 2 of what we're going to be doing with this machine. Thank you, God bless, have a great day, bye.
I don't know, I can tell that.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the rings on right here in the next episode. We're gonna have to hone the cylinders. We're gonna hone both of them. And then we'll be back in the next episode and we're gonna try something new. Instead of loading the pistons into the cylinder and sending them down and connecting them to the crankshaft, we're gonna try to load them right here into the cylinder. In the next episode, we're going to try an experiment. In part 2, we're going to try a new way to load these rings into the cylinder. Come on back, we'll see you in 2 weeks with the results. Bye.
This is the Compressor Guru. Tune into our next episode.
This is the Compressor Guru. Hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the notify bell so you catch part 2.